Can you believe how an amazing bike this has been so far? And I already rode 2,000 miles on this mofo. So I feel, why not review it and tell you more about this bike? So let's get it. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and women and children of all ages, what's going on? Joey Repo back at you with the ZX14R. Beautiful day, enjoying the weather, enjoying the view, and I figured why not talk about the 2012 ZX14R. So, I have got this about around a month or so. It's a beautiful bike, I love it, it's amazing. It is just a phenomenal machine that has so much power and torque at any given time just by the flick of the wrist. It is great. People underestimate this bike a lot, especially because it's a ZX14. Well, it's not a Hayabusa. What's the point? It's like it's not a Hayabusa. It's not a fast. Like, in all honesty, yes it is. So, the first generation ZX14 was not a ZX14R, but it was only called the ZX14. Reason being, the displacement on that one was 1,340 cc's. It was the answer to the Hayabusa. Granted, because like I said before, when is speed ever pretty? Of course, both of these bikes are big, they're hefty. Alright, so not a lot of people like them because they're such big bikes. They're not nimble. They're meant for straight line speed for most of the part. So when they came out with the ZX14, it was the answer to the Hayabusa. It was a competitor, but it still came up short. And of course, Kawasaki is like, you know what? We're not having this. We're about to get these mofos, and we're about to dethrone the Hayabusa. A little bit of the Hayabusa as well. So once it came out in '99, it shook the whole world, especially the whole speed wars back in the late '90s. Because like it all started with, you know, every company one-upping each other with a faster bike, and ending up that the Hayabusa coming up on top with the actual recorded speed of 194 miles per hour. And that's when we're talking about stock. We're talking about a stock bike that could do 194 miles an hour. And it was unrestricted and all whatnot. So this was in Japan, and they came out with the letter. The government has came out with the letter to tell all the big manufacturers, hey, you know, we gotta tone this shit down. Especially, we're not trying to kill anybody with such powerful bikes. So all the big wigs all agreed, and nowadays you see that all the bikes are restricted to about 184, 186 miles an hour. And this is what we're talking about, sports bikes at least, due to the gentleman's agreement. That's the law right now. Or there's this letter that came out and pretty much was like, hey, come on now, we're not trying to kill anybody here. We're trying to sell motorcycles and motorcycles accessories. Back to the ZX14. So it was the end-all bike that was trying to dethrone the Hayabusa, but it came up short, obviously. So what they do, they redefined it. They went back to the roots and made it better, made it more torquier, made better heads, better suspension, everything, the works. The whole bike has been like redefined. So it has a higher compression ratio, is a 23:2:1. If I'm not mistaken, don't quote me on it. If not, I'll post it up showing you the actual details. The displacement went higher, so now it went from 1,340 to 1,441 cc's of pure adrenaline. Rated stock to the wheel, talking about 185 horsepower and about 110 torque. That's to the wheel. That's after doing your whole calculations and all whatnot. So once this bad boy second gen came out, versus the stock second gen Hayabusa, it annihilated it. And people still to this day, well, my Hayabusa is a lot faster, bruh, because you know my Hayabusa has this, has that, has this and that. Cool, that's great, but we were comparing a stock bike to another stock bike. We wasn't comparing anything else. So, bruh, how about you actually do it on a fair comparison and not what you want to compare it at? But anyways, though the market is big for this bike, especially for the Hayabusa as well, because most of the parts are very similar, at least generation wise. So these two bikes are the only ones that have so far 2 gens out. What's going on, bud? And well, let's say we all enjoy them. For the people that have Hayabusas, well, of course, shit. Man, who doesn't love that speed and torque, right? And then people who have the ZX14, well, of course, they enjoy them as well. It's just phenomenal bikes. I love them. It's like, including, I forgot to mention too, the slipper clutch on this is amazing. So what does that allow to do? It pretty much makes shifting so much easier and precise. It's like butter. It's literally like hot knife to butter. Oh, it's so great. And it's just so intoxicating how this bike could go at so fast. You lose your mind. In the comments below, tell me about your bike. I want to hear what you ride. You know, whatever you ride, whether it be sports, like we said, talk before, sports, enduros, dual, hell, even a Grom. Hey, just tell me about your bike. Ooh, detour. Hey, look, road closed due to through traffic. Okay, all right. Oh shit, don't tell me anything. So I already ridden this bike for at least 2,000 miles in less than a month. It's crazy. It's crazy how much I stay on the saddle. It is just a good feeling, and I know everybody could agree. It's a great feeling. It's intoxicating. It's liberating. You feel free. You feel one with your machine. Like the late Monica said, not Monica 9422, may she rest in peace. She says, you know, she gets such a thrill riding her iron horse, and she thanks all of us. And you know what? May you be doing some dank wheelies up with old JC up there. You know, may she rest in peace and bless her soul. And hopefully her kid, she can get on through, her 16-year-old kid that she left behind. It was a sad day. Not trying to bring down the mood, but I respect her for what she did, and it happens regardless of whatever gear you have or whatever gear you don't have. Back to the bike. So like I said, rode it 2,000 miles, amazing bike. Been learning just the small things with it. So this bike is torquey as a mofo, and I tell you what, if you don't know how to control this thing will fuck you out, like no lie. It's so crazy. So at first I had it at full power, of course, and then I had the traction control at 3. So pretty much anytime this bike felt any type of wheel spin, it'll automatically kick. The traction control kicks in like full on. It's like, hey, I'm here, I got you. Bike Jesus, got you, I'm saving you. Like, all right, Bike Jesus, you don't have to be like that, you know, let me have some fun at least. Nah, you have it at the highest setting, so I'm making sure that you have the highest protection. I ride with the bike now at pretty much the traction control off. If it's a nice day like this, I ride it off because the tires will be warm and it lets me have the whole entire power pretty much unrestricted in a sense. I mean, restricted but unrestricted, you know, if that makes any sense. What I mean by that is that the traction control doesn't kick in if I need it, which is not. and I pretty much have full control of the bike. So it's now on my skill level to be handling the bike. It's not the bike handling itself. But nonetheless, even having it at Traction Control 1, man, it literally eliminates you trying to have a wheelie or having the front come up. It kind of damps it. Not as much, but it's noticeable. And man, tell you what, I like it. It's cool. It really does help though. For any other advanced rider that wants to upgrade, I say yeah. Believe it or not, this bike is comfortable. Like, it's not as aggressive as the Hayabusa is. The Hayabusa itself, so I was sitting on a Hayabusa and I was more leaned forward with that one compared to this one. And it was just stretching my back. So like, you know, there's a lot of people that would like to one-hand it, like for example, like this, right? Don't recommend it if there's bumpy roads, but I'm saying like if it's a nice smooth road and you want to one-hand it, you can. And it's not as killer at your lower back and you feel great. So there's not a lot of tension and you don't feel like you're stretching out. And trust me, I'm a short guy. I'm 5'8", and my feet almost touch the floor with this bike. I kind of, like, my heels are still up in the air, but that's fine because they give me enough leverage to push off, which perfectly fine with that. If need be, I could just lean it to one side and just rest it on my left or right foot. But I'd rather have rested on my left and have my foot, like, just in case if I need to hold the brake, you know what I mean? If all else fails, type of thing. Do I dislike this bike? No, I love it. I could say the whole, oh, I got 10 things about why I hate this bike and why others, like, because I need to make videos that everybody else has done. Nah, I don't want to. I could say there's a couple of things here and there, you know, big bike, whoop-de-whoop. You should expect it from a bigger engine. Oh, it gets hot, whoop-de-whoop. That's what happens with bigger bikes that is just going around town. They will heat up, but this bike actually does a good job dispersing the heat evenly, so it's not literally on the rider themselves. So you don't feel all that heat like in your crotch area. Henceforth crotch rockets, I mean, obviously, right? Who didn't know that I was what it meant? Crotch rockets, weird. The seating, like I said, is great, but it has like a longer seat, so it all detaches all at once as well, one piece. It's not like a two-piece like the Hayabusa or other sports bikes too, that are like two-piece, like for the rider and the passenger. So if I wanted to have a passenger seat, right now I just have a cow. I have to take this whole entire thing and get a bigger seat, and that thing costs like $400 or $500. I'm not about that, and ball on the budget. But it is a great ride. It's a great ride. I love the bike, and I don't regret my decision, and neither should you. To whatever bike you have, whether it be 600, 750, 1000, 1500, cruiser bike, 1800cc, pounding, thrusting of American muscle of a bike. Now, even your cars, whatever car you drive, hell, from even the Prius. Well, we hate the Prius, but I mean, let's face it. Nowadays, it's kind of economical, and they go pretty much anywhere, and it's like really, really nice. You know what I mean? It's expensive, but fuck it. But yeah. And that, you know what I mean? That pull. That pull is phenomenal. But yeah, like I said, comments below. Tell me about your bike. I would like to hear it. I would like to hear what you ride, and you tell me your experiences, because we all have experiences. And I hope you enjoyed this video. It was kind of short but informative about good old 2012 ZX14R April power section. Till then, y'all have a good day. See ya.